City of Tacoma's meetings are back to being virtual. Tacoma Police have a new tool to help with the language challenges, and don't be surprised if we have some burn bans this fall and winter. All that and more just ahead on Tacoma Report. Hi, and welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Laura Proctor. It's no secret that many families in our community struggle financially. And with the onset of the COVID pandemic, many situations have been made worse with job losses and lack of resources. As we will see in our next story from John Miller, a new demonstration project undertaken by the City of Tacoma and United Way seeks to understand one proposed solution more deeply.
In Pierce County, the average cost of living, factoring in healthcare, utilities, and transportation, is $72,000 a year. Yet half the local households have an income of 50% or less of that amount. In response to this crisis, the City of Tacoma and the United Way of Pierce County have partnered with Mayors for a Guaranteed Income to set up a demonstration project called GRIT, Growing Resilience in Tacoma. Under the program, 110 participants were selected from over 2,000 applicants to receive a monthly distribution of $500 to supplement their income.
The population that we were targeting were single head of households that were ALICE, asset limited, income constrained, employed. And these are individuals that are getting up every day, they're working, sometimes more than one job, but can't make ends meet. They're just always struggling in some aspect of being able to provide for their families. ALICE households have incomes between 100 and 200% of poverty level. And then they have able-bodied children up to 17, the single head of household, or children with disabilities up to 21. So that was the population that we were looking at.
The program is really about research. Throughout the 12-month project, data will be collected and analyzed by the University of Pennsylvania.
We're looking forward to this. You know, the thing about this 12 months is that it's going to take another year for the research team to collect and to really go through and analyze the data. So we won't know right away. You know, we'll have lots of stories to be able to speak to, but in terms of what the research and the analysis will tell us, that's going to take another 12 months to gather.
Once the analysis is complete, the data will be used to further the conversation on guaranteed income and its impact on policy.
If someone is given $500 a month, how might that help them? You know, what are the pathways and some of the barriers to guaranteed income policy? Because a lot of this is how can what we learn from this demonstration and other demonstrations across the country, the impacts on policy, and how can guaranteed income be paired with other policy initiatives to generate change in policy? Because some of the policies that are out there, while meant to help families, can sometimes be barriers for families because there's so many strings attached. And this is about giving dignity to families that are struggling.
Participants in the GRIT program will be contacted in the next few weeks and onboarded into the program sometime in October. The first distribution of funds are anticipated to take place in November. For more information on the demonstration program, visit uwpc.org. Public held meetings in the City of Tacoma, including the Tacoma City Council meeting, Tacoma Public Utilities Board meeting, and the City Council study session are reverting back to being virtual. This is due to the overwhelming concern from the recent impact of the COVID-19 Delta variant that is affecting most communities across the country. City meetings had been moved to either in-person or hybrid meetings over the last month, but an emergency proclamation was signed by Tacoma Mayor Victoria Woodards, moving the meetings back to being online. The status of these meetings will be monitored as the health concerns change. The public can still view and be a part of these meetings. More information can be found by going to the City of Tacoma website. The Make a Splash grant program is back. Do you have an idea for a project that will help protect local waterways from stormwater pollution? Then apply for a Make a Splash grant through the City Surface Water Management Program. Participants could be eligible to receive reimbursement of up to $4,000 for projects which prevent stormwater pollution or protect and restore our lakes, streams, and Puget Sound. Applications are due by Friday, October 1st, for projects to be completed October 2021 through October 2022. This fall and winter, help keep your neighborhood storm drains clear of leaves and debris and sign up to adopt a storm drain. Individuals, organizations, and businesses can participate. To keep your storm drain clear, use a broom or rake to sweep leaves, trash, and other debris off the drain surface. You can then track your impact by entering the estimated total of debris you collect into your online account. Keep your neighborhood clean and protect the Puget Sound. Visit adoptadrain.org to adopt a storm drain in your neighborhood today. The Tidy Up Tacoma 2021 initiative is taking place this fall and has 3 areas of focus. The citywide cleanup effort will include business districts, gateways into Tacoma, and neighborhood community cleanup resources. Stacey Ellifrit has more.
Tidy Up Tacoma 2021 starts the week of September 13th and will run through mid-November. During this time, city crews will be out on the main arterials of neighborhood business districts to clean up litter and debris, perform graffiti removal, right-of-way landscaping, street sweeping, and more.
Street operations ground crews. One ground crew will be performing vegetation management, picking up litter, doing graffiti abatement removal on city-owned assets such as traffic light poles, street light poles, or traffic signal boxes.
As community members venture out in support of local business districts after COVID-19 restrictions have been lifted, the city wants these areas to be as inviting as possible.
So there's a lot of vegetation that's growing up in between, the cracks in the sidewalks and in the curb and gutters. Also some vegetation that is encroached onto the sidewalk. So they're going to be pruning all that back. They're going to cut that down, remove all that. If they have any graffiti that they see, like I said earlier, on the poles or anything like that, they're going to remove that or paint over it. And then after they're done, then environmental services is going to come through and do a street sweeping of the arterials in each district.
Part of Tidy Up Tacoma 2021 has a focus on graffiti removal on city-owned assets in business districts. The city has an option for property owners as well.
As a courtesy to Tacoma residents, the city offers rapid graffiti removal services to property owners who have been tagged by graffiti. The program offers 3 removals a year.
A graffiti navigator was also established to enroll property owners in the rapid graffiti removal program.
And so what that means is that we can't just go on people's properties. We do have to have proper authorization and signature from either the property owner or an authorized signer. And so we actually hired a different party, a contractor, to help us with outreach and to actually go out and actually get those authorizations signed for us.
The city offers a variety of existing programs and services to residents who are interested in holding a community cleanup event in their neighborhood.
One is the call to haul. If you have large bulky items, every residential customer has up to 2 call to haul appointments where we can come and pick up curbside those large bulky household items. We also have the Adopt a Spot and Neighborhood Litter Patrol programs, which are a partnership with the Neighborhood and Community Services Department. And that's an opportunity for volunteer groups to do a neighborhood cleanup. And through that program, we can provide some supplies and we provide garbage disposal.
This initiative will also tidy up around the 6 gateway signs located throughout the city. And a partnership with the Washington State Department of Transportation will assist with graffiti removal and sweeping the shoulders along local highways. In addition, the city also has resources for blight and illegal dumping.
And I think the last thing is just if you see illegal dumping or blight out in the right of way, that again, you can call 311 and we can send out the blight truck to clean up those kinds of issues.
Through these efforts, this initiative seeks to help Tacoma become a more welcoming, connected, resilient, and vibrant community. For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacey Ellifrit.
For information on Tidy Up Tacoma 2021, links to all these resources and more, visit the city's website. In order to keep our air quality at the cleanest level possible, burn bans are occasionally declared. During the summer months, they can be ordered due to wildfire smoke, but they are more prevalent in the Pacific Northwest later in the year.
In the winter, sometimes we get a weather pattern where the air just sits still and doesn't move anywhere. And in those cases, a little bit of air pollution mostly from residential wood burning actually builds up really quickly, and we quickly get to unhealthy levels of pollution. In those cases, we issue a burn ban so that the emissions, so that we can reduce the emissions from residential wood burning and let the air quality stabilize. There are actually two different kinds of burn bans. We issue an air quality burn ban, and the fire marshals will issue a fire safety burn ban. Basically, the fire marshals are trying to keep stuff, buildings and trees and vegetation from burning. We're trying to keep your lungs and your heart healthy. And so those are kind of two different reasons. They both have some similar benefit for us, but they're kind of two different reasons. So right now, I think most of the region the fire marshals have issued an outdoor burning ban. And if that weren't the case and we had some wildfire smoke, then we might do so as well.
More information on air quality and burn bans can be found by going to the Puget Sound Clean Air Agency website. 150 Tacoma Public School students, a number double the average on any given year, have completed this year's Summer Jobs 253 program. Summer Jobs 253 is a workforce development initiative that's jointly managed by the city and Tacoma Public Schools and funded by city workforce development funds. The increase in enrollment was made possible this year, in large part, thanks to a one-time infusion of CARES Act funding received and directed by Tacoma Public Schools toward the program. More information can be found by going to the Summer Jobs 253 website. One of the Tacoma Police Department's 7 values is innovate to better serve. Recently, the department began using Language Line, an app on officers' phones that allows them to call an interpreter when they encounter someone with language challenges. In the past, officers may have relied on a family member or bystander to help with language challenges, but now they have a tool that allows them better communication between themselves and the community.
This app really takes language challenges out of the equation. It allows for department members to better communicate with the public. It is a great example of one of our core values, innovate to better serve.
The app includes hundreds of languages, including American Sign Language. Depending on the prevalence of the language, officers either speak with an interpreter through a video or audio link. To learn more about the values that guide the Tacoma Police Department, visit tacomapolice.com. Construction continues on the newest Tacoma Emergency Micro Shelter site. This site is located at South 69th and Proctor Street and will be home to up to 85 people. It's the 4th temp site built by the City of Tacoma and will be one of 2 active locations. Construction is hoped to be wrapped up soon, with residents being able to move in later this month. Visit the City of Tacoma webpage to learn more about the site and the city's micro shelter projects. And finally, the Small Business Administration now provides certain businesses with a Paycheck Protection Program or PPP loans of $150,000 or less to apply directly through a new SBA portal for the forgiveness of their loan. According to the SBA, users have been able to submit their applications in only 6 minutes and receive forgiveness decisions within a week from the date of submission. That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report. A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Laura Proctor. Thanks for watching.